look forward to. Also, the Southwest Conference for the Institute of Transport Administrations of Nigeria is another event. I think this event is coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow in Lagos. So these are events that you can keep yourself, that we can keep ourselves abreast of. Also coming on from the sports tourism, we have information about where I think it's no longer news that the poor turnout of Nigerians, delegates of Nigeria at the recent concluded Paris 2024 Olympics was not too impressive. And I think again on the good side, this Olympic event actually ensured a 50% representation from both male and female, so 50-50, just to ensure a level of gender equality. This is part of what I know the Sustainable Development Goals has been preaching, and again this speaks well for inclusivity when it comes to tourism sector. I think with this we'll draw curtain on the trending news for the week and activities to come. Please remember that now, before anyone can come into Nigeria through our international airport, you need to fill an Airport Authority form. You can check the NCDC platform for this link and do the needful as long as you're coming in through any of our international airports. With this we'll draw curtain on the major news within the sector in the last 1 week. I want you to still keep it locked down to Honor 103.5 FM.
So in the twilight, I went home behind my father with hope, listening to the songs of birds, whispers of the night. I was singing, seven, hey, 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 hey. Seven lives that follow. Over and over and over and over and brother and over and over and over. I'm an African child,
Honor, radio station full of integrity, respect and dignity. To Honor FM.
Honor 103.5 Ibadan, your integrity station. lótìtọ́ ni bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni gọ́níyà fíjì ìròyìn tó àmójúbà gbogbo aláfẹ́ ayé tó dé Subchem Leading Hotel and Suites ló ń ròyìn wípé ìgbádùn sódò síbì kan ju bì kan lọ. Subchem Leading Hotel and Suites, elegantly and centrally located in a secured and serene environment. Our facilities include cozy rooms and suites, spacious event and conference hall. Our restaurant serves delicious intercontinental and local cuisines, while our bar is stocked with all kinds of assorted drinks. Ní Subchem Leading Hotel and Suites, iná wa kì í ṣẹ́jú nígbà kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ètò àbúgbò kan falala lẹ́ẹ̀ma lo Wi-Fi ọ̀fẹ́ láì níkọ̀sẹ̀. There is also laundry service and fully equipped gym. Seeing the say is believing. Visit Subchem Hotel and Suites today at Plot 3 Mechanic Scheme opposite New Garage off Ijebu-Ode Expressway, Ibadan, Nigeria. Telephone 090-6466-7569 and 090-4821-8600. Subchem Leading Hotel and Suites. In hospitality, we lead.
Hello there. A golden opportunity is here for everyone desiring to invest in farming with a prospect of making great profits and creating wealth. This is brought to you
by Safe Casa Realty.
It's a bountiful package where you buy acres of land with palm tree plantations spanning from 1 year to 1.5 years, while you make huge profits from palm oil, PK oil, PKC, animal feeds, and lots more. Both 1 acre of land and palm trees are sold for just 2 million naira. Also, landed properties with cashew and banana plantations are available for instant sales. This landed property with palm tree plantation is located at Areoje along Ibadan-Iseyin New Expressway. To therefore enjoy this bountiful package, please call
080-7777-4880.
Buy landed property with palm trees and make great fortunes.
Honor, radio station full of integrity, respect and dignity. To Honor FM.
Honor 103.5 Ibadan, your integrity station.
In the evening, mother called me down into her heart. She said, lay upon my bosom and say a few when she told me to go forward, never looking back. The spirits are with you, and you guys, you will never fail. So I go into the world, into the deeps, into the wild. In the marketplace I dance, the sound of our dancing. 7 jumps, 7 wriggles, 7 carries, 7 knots, 7 over and over and over and over and over mountains and in the wild.
I'll be brave and I'll be strong.
You want dance?
An African boy.
Welcoming you back to 103.5 FM, and the program you're still listening to is Transport and Tourism Express. On the program today, we've been taking you some of the trending news that happened in the last 1 week. And again, I forgot to mention or bring to your notice again a very important one, and I've been having backlash from people to say, oh, the Osun Osogbo Festival held during the course of the last week. A very pronounced event, one of the cultural events that we the Yorubas hold in high esteem. But again, as cultural enthusiasts celebrate the grand finale yesterday, on Saturday and Sunday for the 2024 Osun Osogbo Festival, I observed that the event witnessed low turnout following anxiety over the and bad governance protest in the country. So the nationwide protest that was actually scheduled to last 10 days was active in Osogbo, Osun State until the 6th day of the protest, when organizers in our state actually suspended the exercise to allow tourists and adherents attend the Osun Osogbo Festival, which falls on the 9th day of the protest. So a lot of people who spoke with correspondents, news correspondents, disclosed that the high cost of transportation also limited the number of people, a number of persons that traveled to Osogbo in their entourage. This year Osun Osogbo Festival came with the glimpse and the glamour that comes with our cultural festival. But again, it speaks to the fact that the country is not smiling. A lot of people who were willing to also attend could not. Again, when the governor's representative, who is the secretary to the state governor, Mr. Teslim Igbalayi, was speaking at that event, saying that the government is intensifying efforts to explore the potentials inherent in state tourism sector. In his words, we have huge potential to tap into the tourism sector, and Osun is a cradle of Yoruba race, the host of key Yoruba cultural assets, and we are not relenting in our plans to make Osun the first tourism destination within and outside the Federation. So we had several distinguished guests that witnessed that event, from the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land, Ìbà Gani Adams, spoke at that event. The likes of Governor of Ondo State and Ekiti State, appealing to them to declare August 20 now as Ìṣẹ̀ṣe Day, in line with the remaining 4 Southwest states. He tasked traditional rulers to be more traditional rather than political. In his words, he said, as custodians of Yoruba culture and tradition, it is the responsibility of traditional rulers to sustain the cultural identity of Yoruba race. Again, we'll be speaking to this briefly, as I have in the studio today Rufus Osunsami. At the Osun Osogbo Festival came with I would say with the highs and the lows. People looked forward to the glimpse, the glamour, the celebration of our cultural festival, which is one that we hold dearly in our heart, especially when it comes to the Yoruba race. What's your thoughts? How did you receive this last festival? What did you see? What was your experience?
This It's not a festival that we are doing for the first time.
Yeah.
It's something that we have always done over the years. Over decades. Over decades. So I believe that, in that kind of thing, we should have prepared enough to, against all factors that might affect it. But opposite is the case. Opposite is the case for this year's festival, as you discover that a lot of factors affected the festival, ranging from the economic factor, the government, the protest factor and all. So literally, a
Were
lot
you
of
thinking
things
they could have
affected.
postponed this from that day? Because it's fixed.
Well, I maybe not postponed, but concerning the protest now, I was thinking that maybe the government should have, probably announced and then, put tourism, put their mind at peace and assure them of security. Rather than say, okay, people should not come because, okay, they cannot afford to all these protests and all. And also, I know even the protesters will understand that this is a festival that it's attached to our cultural heritage. So even if there was protest, they will still have give a room for the festival to happen regardless of whatever we are fighting for, because this is a cultural heritage. So
this festival actually takes place every year, attracting traditional worshippers and tourists from all over the world. This event is majorly celebrated to honor the goddess of fertility, which is Oshun. And this ceremony is part of the religious tradition of the Yorubas from the southwest of Nigeria and has spanned, like I said earlier, on many years. The program, which is supported by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, is actually usually filled with the display of culture and tradition. Again, like part of the challenges which you mentioned, this year edition has also been plagued by the dilapidated state of the road leading to the Oshun Sacred Grove, which is the venue of the popular event. The Oshun Oshogbo Grove is located near the Oshun River bank, just outside the city of Oshogbo, and the grove is nearly 100 years old. I think not even nearly, several hundred years old. Several hundred years old. I don't have the figure as to how old exactly that the grove has been existing. And according to the UNESCO website, worship is held in the grove on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. This is the place people have been going to, and a festival like this will be coming up. What do you say to this?
Well, I don't know what to say now, but I don't think the government of Osun State has done well to prepare for the festival. Let's look at the kind of publicity some festivals has gotten this year. Look at the publicity Ojudi Oba got. Look at the publicity the Durban this thing got. And look at the publicity and the kind of news we are hearing from the Osun Osogbo festival. One would have thought that because there was improvement and a kind of publicity for previous festivals that has happened this year. One would have thought that, okay, Osun Osogbo will also be like that, where we have like a kind of more publicity for the festival, but that's not the case, which means there was a slack in the preparation of the government for the place. Look, you were talking about the bad road. One wouldn't expect that kind of place will not have a good and motorable road.
Infrastructures that will be available. I think these are part of the challenges of tourism. When the road access to this place is that people visit regularly, that generate income. We don't pay attention to it.
Yeah, and this is a call to the government. So actually, give more attention to tourism. There's a lot in tourism that one thing we have not discovered is that even tourism can attract business investors, because when people come out from outside the country and see that okay, there's improvement in this country is peaceful, this country is good, they go back to their country to go and say the good things about you. But when they come and they see the way your country is, they go back there and go and say
It
the
turns
opposite.
them off.
That's just it. So it is high time that the government in every state of this country take good cognizance of every resources that we have that can attract people, that can attract tourists from outside the country.
So you're putting now discussion tending towards government. The reality is the government has a huge role to play towards the development of tourism.
And that's how the government. It's not just the federal government. It's just the federal, the state, the local government. Hogs.
Did you mention the local government?
Yeah. I mentioned
the state event. But again, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, that even all these places are in one local government. There are one local government of the country. So even the local government, every of the chairs of government is concerned.
This is an issue of public importance, and I really hope that the necessary body within the tourism sector in Osun State can take actions early enough. I think before the event, part of what we're seeing online is about a particular body who was handling publicity for the event, and people were just fighting about it and saying, oh, this person is not a Yoruba man, is this person from Osun State? And there was a press release saying that, oh, you cannot use creatives or take pictures without getting approvals from a particular designated body that has been mandated to man the publicity and media for the event. But again, I think this speaks to not just about the process but the event itself. How well do these events get attention? How well do these activities get public relations? And this is one of the things I believe needs to really be given attention, not just in Osun State, but also within every other state.
You are hot, she said, lay upon my bosom and say a few prayers. Then she told me to go forward, never looking back. The spirits are with you, and you guys, you will never fail. So I go into the world, into the deeps, into the wild. In the marketplace I dance, the sound of bata dancing. 7 jumps, 7 wriggles, 7 carries, 7 knots, 7 over and over and over and over and over mountains and in the wild. You want dance?
Welcoming you back to Honor 103.5 FM, and you're still on to the program Transport and Tourism Express. On the program today, as much as we discussed about tourism and cultural festival, I'll be bringing to light an important discussion still burning within the transport sector, especially in Oyo State. And again today, we'll be addressing or speaking about the issue of poor traffic management in Oyo State. Traffic management in Oyo State. And this is an issue of public importance which I feel really needs to be given very huge concern in the state. And why did I say this? Why is because the state government is doing a whole lot within its own power to say, yes, we need to address this needs to be sorted, this needs to be done. But I know individuals within their own space are also not doing, talking about officials, talking about so many other things that need to be put in place to ensure that free flow of traffic. I must really commend again the activities of the Oyo State government and the leadership of OITMA so far in Oyo State. But again, there's still more to be done in Oyo State when it comes to traffic management and obeying traffic rules. I'll be going on a short commercial break, and when I'm back, after this, we'll be getting deep into some of those issues that are now looking as a major challenge in Oyo State. I'm still speaking with Rufus Osunsami on the program today. Keep it locked down. This is still on 103.5 FM.
Honor, radio station full of integrity, respect and dignity. To Honor FM.
Honor 103.5 Ibadan. Your integrity station.
Àkànní ọ̀rẹ́ mi.
Gbẹ́nu sí ọ̀rẹ́ mi ọkọ ọmọkùnjọ́ mẹ́ta. Bọ́lá tí a wà ń bọ̀ tán nǹkan gùn kárakára báyìí.
Wo ọlágbá dákun tí ẹ bá ń gbọ́ mi tútù kí n fi rẹ̀ ń gbẹ́ ná.
Ẹ ọmọ ìdá fún mi nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀yá gbà òun rè.
ọ̀rẹ́ mi kí lélẹ́yìí tó gbé fún mi yìí gbàngbàngbàngbàngbà kí mo ṣe fún ọ tó fẹ́ fún mi mọ́jèlè jẹ torí Ọlọ́run.
ẹ wá gbà mí gbẹnu sí májèlé bíi ti bó omi tí gbogbo wa mú ládùúgbò. nǹkan kan ò sì ṣe.
nǹkan tí ń ṣe yín lókè hàn dé ni wo ìrọ̀kúrọ̀ lẹ́rọ̀ọ́nù gbà.
omi yóò lọ́ọ̀ta
bẹ́ẹ̀ni omi ò lọ́ta lóòótọ́ immaculate table water oníkẹyàn láàyò kò ní tẹ̀sítì lẹ́nu kì í sì wò ràkọ̀ràkọ̀ àyíká tó mọ́ tónítóní la ti ń pèsè rẹ̀ kódà àwọn irinṣẹ́ ìgbàlódé ló ń pọ́n ló ń rọ́ ló sì tún pákéjì ẹ̀ lóde ìnáwó nínú mọ́tò ní gbogbo ayẹyẹ tẹ́ ẹ bá ń ṣe pátápátá immaculate table water òun ló yẹ kẹyàn láàyò má bá wọn dáṣà ẹ̀gbin omi kì í pààyàn mọ́ o gbọ́ a tún lè bá yín pákéjì ká tún brand omi fún ayẹyẹ yín tí ń bọ̀ lọ́nà tí mọ́tò ó sì tún gbé wá bá yín bí tó wù kẹ́ ti máa ṣayẹyẹ ọ̀hún immaculate table water ó wà ní number 14 ìṣọ̀kan estate ìdí mangoro àkóbọ̀ ojúrin ìbàdàn fún àlàyé síwájú sí tàbí láti place order yín ẹ pè sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 0813 0091180 immaculate table water kò sẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́.
On the 103.5 FM.
Said in my journey through the world, over land and over sea, I see different.
Welcoming you back to 103.5 FM. And on the program, we're still talking transport and tourism. Earlier, before we went on our short commercial break, I was bringing to the fore discussions about traffic management in Oyo State, especially when it comes to the activities of the state-approved agency for that. And that's talking about the Oyo State Road Traffic Management Authority, OITMA. OITMA was established by an act of the Oyo State House of Assembly, known as the Oyo State Traffic Management Authority Law in 2009, on the 4th of November 2009. And these authorities mandated was established to regulate, control, and manage transport and for other matters connected therewith. So, management of traffic, road transport, regulating it and control is key in the activities of this organization. Again, when we see two activities, recently the state governor of Oyo State was in Iseyin to attend the personal parade for 500 newly recruited Oyo State Road Traffic Management Authorities officers and the inauguration of road marshals, which is, like I said, a voluntary service. The newly recruits were expected to enhance the capacity of OITMA to enforce road traffic laws in Oyo State. 500 newly recruited OITMA staff. Again, like I stated, some of these men, when you see them on the streets, some are doing excellently well. Some are being professional. Some see you. In fact, there was one that saw me one of those days and said, "Oh, you did not use your seat belt. Please ensure you do." Speaking politely and gently. But some other ones, when you see them, you wonder what kind of people were recruited or were allowed to join the force. I've witnessed situations where you see OITMA staffs engaging in physical fists. And again, it looks more as if these men are more interested in arresting offenders than controlling traffic. Rufus Osunsami, it's a pleasure to have you again on the program.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this?
Well,
looking at the activities so far.
So I think one thing we must come to agree about is the fact that there is no way we know have some people that just want to do their own in every system. But one thing we must make sure we do is that there's a system that can check those kind of people, and of course they are supposed to be professionally trained before they join that kind of institution. But there must also be a system that can check their activities, so that nobody at any point in time will go scot-free when they go overboard, when they do, what they are not expected to do.
Again, when you look at it, yes, as much as the officers have their own issues, some of them, we know that even the indigenes, we have citizens, Nigerians or your state indigenes that are also not doing excellently well when it comes to the way they drive on the streets, what they're expected to do on the street, on the road. But more often, for you to address these realities of the individuals, those that have caused damage or those that have disobeyed a particular traffic law, the way some of these people are addressed is becoming let me use that word, becoming too unbecoming. It's becoming disrespectful at times. And I don't know, maybe some of these public educations are actually not giving a level of public education and enlightenment to their members on how you relate with people, public relations.
We really can't say until we, they tell us themselves the kind of education they give to their, officers. But of course, they can, like you said, they can always do better. They can always do better. Training over time will make them improve in their service, in their work or on the street, and not to just face the officers alone. How people too can be annoying at times. Looking at how the government is trying to improve all the junctions and all, and you still see people break the traffic light like they don't even care. They don't care of anything, even when they are officers. I've seen people who look at them like this and they will see pass. I'm like, really? And I think one of the things they must do is to give these officers some training and also equipment to do their work, because sometimes when people break traffic rules, I wonder what happens. Nothing. How do you get to know these people? I don't know what the things they are putting in place, but I think the institution can do better, can improve on these things.
Institutions can do better and improve on these things. Let's talk briefly about this set of people that have been newly added. The operational hours of OITMA, from what I've seen or known so far, is from perhaps 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning till 4 or 5. You have new ends that have joined them. Late in the evening, 6, 7, is as if hell is let loose. People drive anyhow. Again, you wonder if the state government is not really interested in making money, especially at that hour. You have new men that have joined the force, that have joined, don't let me say the force, that have joined the authorities of OITMA. Newly recruited and trained volunteers, like it's been quoted. But again, you now begin to ask, why don't we have operational hours beyond 5 or 4 p.m. that this man closes till maybe 7? OITMA like LASMA in Lagos, what are we looking at? Because road traffic in the evening, late in the evening, is always somehow.
So I think Lagos is the only state that is working on, or let me say that has like a an active nightlife. In an average state in Nigeria, the working hour is just 8 to 4, and everybody goes inside. But
traffic continues. They are essential workers.
Well, they are essential workers, but probably the government
even on Sundays you hardly see them on the road.
Probably the government is yet to put that structure in place for them to always be on the road 24/7. That is supposed to be a shift, and these are one of the things that they must work on. I mean, they have new officers now, so at every point in time there must be officers on the road who are controlling the traffic, who are there to monitor that people are obeying the traffic laws, people are obeying the traffic lights. So I think it's something government should work upon, so that it won't be that it is from 8 to 4 that people are only obeying traffic laws. When it is 4 downward, nobody is obeying traffic laws. So
public enlightenment, not just for members